Hi everyone, my name is Bryce Smith and this is part 1 of my Wildcard. I'm going to be showing you on how I taught Oakley, my program horse, to lay down. So I started out in the beginning of the year doing a lot of groundwork exercises using just the lead rope. I would throw it all the way across the back and just all around Oakley just to get him used to all this kind of commotion, you could say. This really got him desensitized to the lead rope and he really doesn't care what you're doing about it. Starting the lay down, you want a horse who will pick up their feet good. Oakley does a really good job of picking up his feet. And he really doesn't care exactly what you do with them. Next, when you start the lay down, you want to make sure your horse is pretty comfortable with you doing anything to them. I mean, when I started the lay down, there are a few different methods you could use, but the method I use gives a little bit quicker results, and then it goes back to give you a little more work in the end, which I'm still continuing to work on with Oakley. What you do is you start out with their foot and take their foot and take another lead rope and put it around their foot. After putting it around their foot, I actually let him get used to it. I would hold it there, move it around, make him pick up his foot, make him keep picking up his foot. And at first he got a little, he wasn't fond of it, but after a while he started to not care. I then got to where I could pick it up and hold it and grab the other side from the other side and just hold it here. Now, at this point, he's got to the point where he doesn't care, but in the beginning, he kind of wanted to jump around, move around, and it really showed. And look, he's going to lay down for us. Well, see, he's pretty good at it. Okay, up. So after using that process, you actually start out by picking it up and then using their and then taking their head, picking their foot up, and then taking their head and pulling it around. Now, when you pull it around, this just gives you the leverage and kind of, you rock them back, and this makes them lay down. Now, when you start out, that's what they do. They kind of flop down. And that's not exactly ideal, but that's really where they start out. Moving on from that, you might want to use this method with the rope for a really long time, or not a long time. It really just depends on your horse. As you can see, he's gotten pretty trained with the rope method and he does really good with it. So then, once you feel pretty comfortable without the rope, you can of course take it off and set that aside. I'm going to walk him here to the middle. Come on. Hey. And after that, I know, you can really just get to the point where you ask him to pick up his foot and then ask him to bow. And that's the starter point. Once they learn how to bow, I like to rub right on top and they'll lay down just for you. And that's the lay down trick. Oakley's gotten really good at it, but there is room for improvement. I really want him to continue to get more comfortable with it, but he'll stay down as long as you want, let you pet on him. And it really is just a cool trick to teach a horse. I mean, in case of emergency, you need him to lay down. If he's caught in something, he really gets used to having something around his foot. And it just shows how much trust we have between each other. And it was a lot of fun teaching him. Up, up. So that is my Wildcard trick, part 1. Thank you.
Hi everyone. As y'all know, my name is Bryce Smith, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the AQHA Ranching Heritage Young Horse Development Program. I am actually a part of this program, and it's actually such an awesome experience. I'm going to start out with the application process. I heard about this program through an AQHA magazine. I was reading it or flipping through it one day, and I kind of read about it and just put this program to the back of my mind. A few weeks later, I kind of went back to it and was like, wow, I actually think this would be something I would want to do. What really made me want to enter is just how fascinating and unique this program is. There really is nothing else like it. The application requires some personal information, a biography about yourself, all your family involvement or if they will be helping, your horsemanship section, which is like your training philosophy and a few other things, an essay on why you think you should be in the program, some liability release and signatures, and the facility form, which I thought was super fascinating. It was just really something about how your barn's set up, which isn't really cool, but I just thought it was a cool experience. I do have a couple suggestions for some future applicants to this program, is that really take your time on this application. The application isn't due until August, and I started mine at the end of May. I took almost maybe 2 or 3 months to do my application. Just setting it down, going back, changing things, finishing it, and I'm really glad I took my time. The next thing I'm going to talk about is actually getting accepted in the program. So I applied at the end of July, early August, and I found out in late October. I honestly actually thought I didn't get into the program because I didn't even think about it after not hearing back for a month or two. But in late October, I got a letter in the mail. Once I got the letter in the mail, I was actually so excited. After getting the letter, you get in contact with your breeder. So my breeder was Clark's Farms, and they're based out of Houstontown, Pennsylvania. After getting my letter, I contacted Clark's Farms, and we went through the process of matching me with a horse. I got matched with a really pretty roan colt, and I named him Duels Royal Pep. Clark's Farms is based out of Houstontown, Pennsylvania, like I said. And their slogan is From Ranch to Arena. I really truly think this is such an amazing slogan because it shows how versatile the foundation bred American quarter horses are. Whether they're working horses or show horses, they really can do it all. Clark's Farms is a 5th-generation family farm located in the mountains of Fulton County, Pennsylvania. They breed, again, the foundation bred American quarter horses and also registered black and red Angus cattle. I put a couple pictures on this slide. One is a picture I took when we got to Pennsylvania, and the other is a picture of their brand. The next slide is about my horse. I named him Duels Royal Pep, and his barn name is Oakley. On the left here is Duels Blue Peppy, or Dooley, and on the right is Miss Hickory Beckwith. This is his sire and dam. Duels Royal Peps is such a unique name that comes from the different bloodlines out of his papers. I actually got to meet both of these horses. I met Dooley when I went to pick up Oakley, and then I met his dam when we went to the Clark's colt starting competition. At the colt starting competition, we got a tour of the facility and got to meet a lot of the different brood mares. The next slide is about social media. I actually use it for so many different things, and I think it is super important. Social media throughout this program is used to not only update your friends, family, but also your breeder and other competitors. It allows you to follow along with what other people are doing, and it just really shows all the different accomplishments you've made. I actually follow many other participants, and it's very nice getting to see what they're doing with their colts at certain times, and gives me ideas what I want to do. Program requirements. So I listed the basis of the program requirements on the slide, and over here's a picture from American Quarter Horse University, and that's where we submit all our projects. The first program requirement I'm going to talk about is horsemanship reports. Horsemanship reports are daily reports that details different training, healthcare, grooming, and many other activities. We use it to track the time we spend training with our horse. Throughout each month, we complete a daily horsemanship report that we submit at the end of the month. Horsemanship reports are worth 4 points. One suggestion I have for horsemanship reports for future applicants is to keep a planner. I actually keep a planner and write down everything I do that day so it goes back and makes the process of completing my horsemanship report much easier. The next slide is about progress reports. These are 2 to 3 page reports that detail significant events throughout those 2 or 3 months. I often use it to list current goals or future goals or even goals I've completed. I also put in many different training achievements. Progress reports are completed every other month and they are worth 5 points. I also think using a planner helps when doing your progress reports because it gives you exactly what you've done each day and how much progress you've made over that course of time. The competition and show manager report is also a lot of fun. As a participant, we're required to take our horse to a show, whether it's an AQHA, 4-H, FFA, or any local show, and compete in halter or showmanship. After, we must complete a 500-word essay on our experience competing with their horse. I actually didn't really know when I was going to take Oakley to a show, but out of the blue, I decided I would go to this local 4-H show. Out of 6 horses, Oakley won our showmanship class. I was so amazed with how Oakley did and super proud of him. The next slide is about professional horseman evaluation. As a participant, we're required to schedule a session with an AQHA professional horseman in our area. This session is intended to provide an opportunity to discuss and learn about your horse. I chose Terry Myers as my professional horseman. He is a leading trainer, teacher, and clinician, but he is also really a true horseman. He has trained many different types of horses. His training is for any horses of any discipline. He incorporates work with both horse and rider to achieve balanced movements. His ride and sink philosophy helps riders understand how body position affects horse performance. My professional horseman evaluation was so phenomenal and I learned so much. Mr. Myers not only built my confidence, but also critiqued my training. It really helped to know that I also have the skills to be a good trainer. The next assignment is a bathing assignment. Bathing assignment consists of making a video or a set of pictures showing your horse being bathed from start to finish. The video or photo series must include one shot of the horse tied before the bath, showing the setup and materials, one shot of the horse being hosed or sponged in the face, a picture of the horse being hosed or sponged throughout the body, several shots of the washing process, including specific pictures of washing the face, neck, mane, body, hip, front legs, back legs, belly, and tail, a picture of the horse being rinsed on the face and on the body, a full body picture of the horse being tied after the bath, and a full body picture of the horse being tied after the bath dry. I spent a lot of time in working on my bathing assignment video. It turned out super nice and I got a perfect score. The next assignment is a trailering assignment. Trailering safely and quietly is a necessary skill for all horses. Your video must be filmed in one take and may not be separate. We are required to submit this as a video because it shows that your horse can safely get into the trailer. The video must include you leading the horse toward the trailer, the horse being led by you stepping into the trailer, the horse walking forward into the trailer, you tying the horse, you exiting the trailer, the horse standing tied, you entering the trailer, you untying the horse, you leading the horse and exiting the trailer, and halting the horse and standing quietly. This assignment was also a lot of fun to work on with Oakley, and it really turned out good. I was so proud of how well Oakley did while trailering. The next assignment is an in-hand trail course. We were provided with a pattern to perform with our horse, and it actually takes a lot of work going into it. Most of these horses have not seen some of these obstacle courses items before, so it takes a little bit getting used to. I worked with Oakley for almost a couple months just getting used to and perfecting our pattern. At many times, Oakley was very unsure, but we have worked through and his pattern turned out great. Another thing we have to submit is the growth chart. It's exactly how it sounds. We take measurements of the body length, heart girth, and use that to estimate the weight. We also take a height measurement each month. A horse's height is measured in hands. A hand is equal to 4 inches. At this time, Oakley is 14 hands. Income and expenses. Throughout the program, we track the income and expense we have. Income can be anything value added from your project, like winning money at a show or anything else. Expenses can be like feed, hay, supplements, or anything you spend on your project. This really shows what all goes into training a horse, because it really does take a lot of money. Throughout this program, I have learned so many different things. One key thing that I've learned is time management. If you don't have good time management skills, this program really will teach you those, because not only do you have to work with your colt, but you also have to be able to complete all the project requirements. This program furthered my knowledge with horses because it really taught me to think outside of the box in training my colt. It definitely did teach me patience as well. Not everything works for each colt, and everything can be taught differently, so I really had to learn to be patient and take time for everything to develop. This program also definitely boosted my self-confidence because it showed that I really can train a horse, which is so rewarding. At the end of this program, seeing everything that I've completed was very rewarding. This gave me something to be proud of because it shows a finished project of the overall 9 months. The finished project being your colt and everything you've done with him. It also taught me that you can do anything you put your mind to and to think outside of the box, because you really can do anything you put your mind to as long as you try hard. And again, it taught me to work hard because everything throughout this program wasn't easy, but with hard work, I could get it all completed. For my future plans, I continue to build a great foundation with Oakley using groundwork techniques. After that, I plan to start and train Oakley, and from there, I'm not sure. At that time, I'll be going to college, and there's just a lot of factors that weigh in. But who knows? We'll see. Some final thoughts I have is some advice for the future applicants. I want future applicants to know that this truly is a big time commitment, because you're not only working with your colt, but you're also completing different program requirements. At first, I really didn't know how much time this would take up, but it truly is such a big time commitment. I suggest staying connected with your breeder because they truly are such a great resource. It's nice getting to know them and getting to know more about their breeding program or any advice they have for you. I also suggest getting connected with other participants because you can always bounce ideas off each other, and it's also nice to meet new people. I suggest being open to many new ideas because not everything works for the same horse, and you might have to change how you think something might work to be the best for your horse. And truly, please have fun because that's what this is all about. Finally, I'd like to say a few thank yous. Thank you to Clark's Farms for not only providing such a great horse, but being such a great resource throughout these 9 months. I'm truly so thankful and cannot thank you enough for how beneficial you have been to me. I want to say thank you to everyone at AQHA who helps out with this program. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. I am so thankful for all the help you guys have given us and all the time you put into our project. I want to thank my parents for all of their support because without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I want to Thank you to the fellow competitors for being such a fun group of individuals. It was nice to get to know all of you and truly getting connected with you. I have learned so much over this program and cannot say thank you to you all enough.